I was speaking to policy makers. I was speaking to members of parliament who approves the budget. And I told them we must enhance the budget for capitation so that every child receives 22,000. What we have in the budget today is less than 22,000.
Wadau, mimi na wewe sisi ni Waafrika. Na sana sana we are Kenyans. Na kwa sababu sisi ni wa Kenya, manze kuchukua responsibility na kukubali kwamba hii makosa imefanyika wadau. Tafadhali makosa imefanyika, munisamehe, ni hivi na hivi na hivi. If possible, even step down mostly. That is what the developed countries do, or a white person might do. Will do actually, not might. Will do. But sisi wa Kenya, makosa imefanyika, hatutaki kujua na hatutaki kujali. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again to The Love of Theo. I'm Theo here, and today we are reacting on this particular video about Honorable Mbadi. Mbadi is an expert who was brought to the government by the ODM through the broad-based government, so that to make sure that experts come to the government and okoa inchi. So he was given a docket of finance, of which he is the CS of finance in Kenya. Last week, Mbadi mentioned and said, the government is reducing money from 22,000 all the way to 16,000 because the government has got no money to make sure that education they sustain or they sponsor kids at 22,000. Okay, so there was a lot of reaction from the party he's from, that is ODM. They were really crying as the reason to why is it that Honorable Mbadi or the government to do away with the free education. Now, the president, I think he mentioned about that. CS Education mentioned that yesterday and said the education, there's no free education is still in place. Now, the heat is too much to the Treasury CS, that is Honorable Mbadi, and today, on Sunday, he has decided to make a clarification and tell people, hey, oya. And that is always what they say, oya, oya. Mumetoa mdomo maneno kwa mdomo yangu. That is what I was not meaning. What I said, that was you misquoted. That's the word they say. The media has misquoted Mbadi by saying that the government is not sponsoring. The government is deducting a certain amount. So kwa defense yake amekuja amekusema kwamba lawama si yangu, lawama ni ya nani? Ni ya ma MP. Why? Is because the MPs are the ones who approve the budget. And kwa budget, it is allocated, the only amount that is going to capitation or to facilitate for capitation of high schools is 16,000, not 22,000. So meaning, this guy has shifted now the blame to who? To the MPs. Kumaanisha, who elected the MPs? Sisi kama wananchi. Who is the MP representing? He's representing us as the people. But now, wao hao ndo wale wameenda kwa bunge kufanya nini? Going against the will of the people and proposing a bill that will not sustain education and support education well. That is what Mbadi is saying. Now, I want us to listen to this video and slowly by slowly understand what he really says and means.
And I want to speak to the media, and I want you to get me clearly about capitation to schools. This is what I said, and this is what I'm repeating. For so many years now, from the time Uhuru Kenyatta was the president, we have been under budgeting for capitation to schools. That is why you hear principals saying that they have not received money. But the government is saying we have released all the money.
Now, there has been a complaint that principals are not receiving money. That is true. I absolutely agree with Mbadi. But listen to what he's saying. Is that this has been happening all the time along. Why? Is because the money to sustain people for 22,000 is not sustainable, and it was not allocated, and the money was not there. Okay, so that is basically. So literally what he's saying is that all the blame should go to the MPs. Why? Is because they're the ones who underestimated or underappropriated the budget and approved the budget of 16,000 instead of 22,000. So they approved it should be 16,000, not 22,000. So the blame goes to that MP that that represents you, that MP that you elected you, that MP that represents your constituency is the one who is underpaying. That is exactly what Mbadi is saying. Who is underestimating or under allocating funds to the students. So that is the reason as to why principals are complaining, is because we underestimate, and then we pretend to say that we have given all the money to the schools. So let's continue and listen.
But the government is saying we have released all the money. The mistake is when we tell the schools that every child we are budgeting for 22,000 and they are not receiving it, the schools end up accumulating debts.
So it's the government. It emanates from the MPs, right from the MPs. They allocate 16,000. But now at the end of the day, what do they say? They say that they have allocated 22,000. So what happens? Principals are stranded. They accumulate debts. They take things on credit, hoping that the government will pay this money. And the government says it has released all the money. So what the principal does, giving kungoja pesa ifanye nini? Itoke kwa account. Ingie kwa account ya shule. Ingie kwa account. So wanazuba wanangoja with all the passion, or with all what? Waiting for the money that is not even available, that is not even allocated, not even total. But the principal tries to do what? To accumulate debts, hoping that the government will pay money. Let's continue.
Therefore, we need to be candid and say that yes, we want to budget for 22,000 per child, but we have not been having that in the budget.
It has not been in the budget. Meaning what was in the budget is 16,000, not the 22,000. The 22,000. Hey, wait.
And I was not speaking in a funeral. I was not speaking in a political rally. I was speaking to policy makers. I was speaking to members of parliament.
Policy makers. The policy is the money should be moved from the treasury. The money was located and moved to the to schools, to be deposited in schools. Yes, allocated to schools. But what happens is there's no money for that. And that is exactly what I say, that he's now throwing the blame to the MPs. MP, your MP, my MP are the ones who brought all the mess to the house. Let's not blame the government. Let's not blame the president. Let us not blame the KK government. But because this has been happening, let us not even blame Mbadi. The people to blame is your MP. Where your MP who and my MP. Those are the people that we should be blaming for all the suckers, everything that is happening in the education sector. Listen.
Who approves the budget? And I told them we must enhance the budget for capitation so that every child receives 22,000.
Mbadi amewaambia pesa zitoke 22,000. But okay, let's continue. Itoke wangapi? 22,000.
What we have in the budget today is less than 22,000.
It's less than 22,000. Sasa ni ngapi?
If you want me to lie to Kenyans, I am not ready to lie to Kenyans. We must budget so that every child is supported as the policy says. And these are
every child should be supported as the policy says. The policy makers are who? the MPs, your MP and my MP, hao ndo wana make policy. So Mbadi is just spilling what is on the table. That is what he's saying according to that statement. That for him, he just tells them, oh yeah, and tells the public, oh yeah, si 22,000 yenye mumesema, tutataka 22,000, but for you people, you are giving us a different result. You are giving us less than 22. The problem is not saying how much did the MPs approve. Is it 22,000 or 16,000? But he just placed there 16,000. So he should also give us exact amount, that this is what the MPs exactly said and this is what exactly the MPs approved. Okay? Guys, again, government has its own tricks. Government ni mkono mrefu. Today is about the executive. Executive is really doing, I don't know, but we can't blame for this matter. We can't blame. The people we are blaming is the MPs for this. The reason is that the ones that the policy makers. So since that the policy makers, that the ones who are supposed to approve the budget and say, oh yeah, education, my constituents, my kids, my people, the people of my constituency, they need to do what? They need to have 22,000, not 16,000. Nothing less than 22,000. So it is the government, it's now the MPs. MPs men. Your MP and my MP, those are the people that we should look at. Sababu ni kama kuna kamchezo wanafanya. So Mbadi is trying to distance himself from everything that he said in public and is trying to come himself clean so that nyinyi wa Kenya, mimi na wewe, tuweze kufanya nini? Tuweze kujudge from there. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Wait for another reaction video on this reaction video. Please. I'm just begging you. I'm requesting you. Smash that subscription button. If you have not subscribed, like this video and drop your comment. Let me just know your views. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye bye.